So, I like to be transparent with my subscribers and what I plan on doing with the channel moving forward. I am still planning on doing similar content that I have been doing, so do not worry, the themes will not change. However, I have to be real with y'all. I don't know if I'll be making good content. I understand a few videos I messed up the audio and it may have been a bit quiet, but to be real, it was because I moved into a more noisy area side of town and was trying to match the background noise. I hate background noise in my vocals. Honestly, it's a pet peeve, bottom line. I'm pretty sure I'm good now, but that's what it was. Then it's the fact that I just don't be knowing if my content is good or not, since I check the analytics and a lot of people peace out within 5 minutes, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how long the video is, to be honest. Whether it's an hour long, a half hour long, 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. They just peace out within that amount of time, majority of the time. I have been trying to come up with more dynamic ways to express myself, as well as allow my personal dialect to leak into my script. But yeah, that's just something I battle with. And I do write scripts for my videos, and that's only because in the past I did try to, kind of freestyle my thoughts. But the way my mind works, I'll just go off into like left field somewhere, then forget where I came from, and now the video is about something completely different. So to avoid that, I do write scripts, but I do freestyle a bit, just like I'm doing right now. Also, about Resident Evil. I love the series, but the next few games are among my least favorite in the series. The next game I was gonna do is Revelations 1, and I don't have a low opinion of it, I just don't have a deep opinion about it. I didn't want to come off force and been trying to figure out how I want to do that video. And then RE5 is right after that, which is also one of my least favorite in the series, and after that is Revelations 2 and Resident Evil 6, which I feel very similar about when comparing it to Resident Evil 5. Also, I think I may have burnt myself out on Resident Evil, or at least like speaking on it. Be real with y'all, I play the games randomly throughout the year, that's a fact. Anybody that knows me will be like, yeah, he do be playing them games a lot. But the thing is, it's different when you're making content about the games itself. So put in perspective, I think like I made that original, longtime fan was wrong about the original. I think that came out like late last year, early this year. Wherever it came out, I was talking about Resident Evil for a good 7 months, at least. Now, put in perspective in my private life, when I do an annual playthrough where I just run through all the mainline games, I can literally clear all of them if I'm just playing those games. I could clear all of them about 3-4 weeks. Then I move on with my life. I don't think about it, But with this, I was just kind of thinking about Resident Evil for the better part of most of this year. So I do plan on coming back, but right now, the way my mind is, I don't want to make forced content, and I want to make sure the content is at least good and engaging. So if somebody new does come to my channel, or even somebody that's subscribed, I don't want them to click and be like, man, he dialing this in, I ain't feel it. I don't want that. So yeah, just give me some time. I'll probably be talking about some other games in the meantime, but I haven't really decided. So bear with me on that. And I know people will be like, well, why don't you talk about Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9? You can make content about that. No, I cannot. You guys do not know this, but the Resident Evil is one of my favorite game series that I avoid all gameplay footage, except for one gameplay trailer, and I try my hardest not to look up the story or its direction. I try my hardest to go in completely blind, so I will not be speaking on it until after I am playing it. There really isn't too much happening in hip hop that I want to speak on either. I already spoke on the Meg and Tory situation that is still ongoing. I do not ever want to speak on the Drake versus Kendrick or the Drake versus UMG thing, since that ties into the K-Dot stance coming up to my video and just issuing death threats, and I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for people to tell me I don't know about hip hop and I don't got time for it, so I don't want to even speak on that. I will most likely speak on Hitman versus Murda Mook, since they are both on my personal Mount Rushmore, but that isn't for a couple more weeks. Man, I'm so hyped for that battle. I haven't been hyped for a battle in I don't know how long. I think like the last one was I don't know. I can't really think of that. That's horrible. I ain't been hyped for a battle in probably years at this point. Then on top of that, I go through severe depression and other mental ailments, which I've been battling lately behind the scenes. It's getting better, but that sapped a good bit of my motivation away, which then snowballed into me not being interested in the general topics for the channel. Hope y'all get where I'm coming from. I have also started a new job, and it's kind of gotten in the way of my established, sleep schedule. So balancing myself with that as well, I'll be tired. I really enjoy making content. I want to continue doing it, so I don't see myself giving up. But if you notice I haven't uploaded in a week or two, don't think I abandoned the channel. I'm either going through something behind the scenes, working on a long form video, or hell, even all the above. Oh, and I also do plan on still streaming the original Resident Evil 2. I was waiting on Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 to be released on PlayStation 5 literally all summer, and they finally did a few days ago. So you can expect that soon. When? I do not know. But that is something that's still on my radar, y'all, for real. Oh, always saying oh. I cannot believe I did not speak on the content itself. Expect me to make the same kind of videos, and I'll be dropping 2 more anime music videos I made back in 2018. They do not have me rapping on there, and are instrumentals from the funny dub for Dragon Ball Z. Bruce Falconer, the alleged composer, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But I hope that allows people to kind of get a feel of where my mind is with this channel, what to expect and all that. Much love to everybody that sub, everybody that just slide through. Even if you disagree with what I'm saying, you're welcome, long as you respectful. I really don't care if you disagree. Obviously I care if you agree. Well, y'all know what I mean. Y'all, all opinions are welcome on my channel, as long as you are respectful to me and not name calling and trying to like shit on me pretty much. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to say. Much love, y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Face signing out. Oh, one last thing. I will be doing more car vlogs. All right, now I'm going for real. Face signing out.